I am pleased to be joined now by the president of the University of Saskatchewan, Peter Stoicheff, and newly appointed Chancellor at the U of S, Scott Banda. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are here to talk about you, sir, and your new appointment. But we're going to start with you, Peter. Tell us about what the role of Chancellor really is. You know, what is this position and what led to the appointment of this man here in that role?
So all universities in Canada have chancellors. It's a very, very important role. I would say that the most important role is that part of it is that they preside over convocation. So we have 10 convocation ceremonies a year, 27,000 students. Thousands of them a year graduate. They walk across the convocation stage and they shake the chancellor's hand.
Okay.
And so the chancellor is the one who is formally invested with the authority to graduate students.
All right.
So that's a very important role. Also chairs one of our largest collegial governance bodies, which is called Senate, is a member of our 11-member Board of Governors, very important role there too, and is really a figurehead and sort of outward-facing person for the university at large. Scott, in particular, you know, has a fantastic profile right across the province. We're the University of Saskatchewan, not just of Saskatchewan.
Right.
And the Senate, which makes the selection, not the president unilaterally, really felt that among many things that Scott brings to the role, the fact that he's known so well across the province is a really big part of it.
Yeah, and now he's the 17th Chancellor of the U of S. Scott Banda, what does that mean to you? What led to you saying, yeah, I'll take this role? Thank you for offering it.
Well, it's an incredible honor, first and foremost, to be appointed to this role. And as someone who grew up in Saskatchewan, attended USask, the opportunity to give back is incredible. So that is first and foremost. And second, an opportunity to try and help, to contribute. The USask, as we know, is so critical to this community and the broader Saskatchewan and Canada, in fact. So if I can contribute to that, that is outstanding.
Okay, now you have a storied career, a storied history in Saskatchewan. Of course, U of S grad years ago, but then your history with the co-op, and now you're on the CFL Board of Governors, many things like that. You wear a lot of hats, and you have a lot of, you know, you're well known in the community. What in that past, that history of yours, might be able to help you in this new role, you think?
Yeah, well, I think a number of things. First and foremost, I am a Saskatchewan resident. I know the community fairly well. I don't know everything about the University of Saskatchewan. I do chair the Board of Trustees.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. I chair the Board of Trustees of Husky Athletics, so there's an opportunity there where I've seen some. But my career, I've had extensive executive experience as a CEO of Federated Co-op. But I've also been involved in the governance of a private company, a public company, cooperative, professional sports organizations, and other community-based groups. So I think it gives me a fair understanding of the role, of responsibilities, and where the lines are. And I hope I can contribute not only to that, but beyond, to the university and to the president and his team to help guide them with whatever experience I have.
Okay, now you made sure to mention it wasn't you, it's the Senate who makes the selection. But what did you see in Scott's history and his career that led you to choose him?
So, you know, a few things about the role. First of all, you go back, Diefenbaker was a chancellor, Emmett Hall was a chancellor, Tom Malloy was a chancellor, Blaine Fable, Roy Romano. That list goes on and on, Peggy McKercher, Ted Turner. So it's a role that really gives profile to the university, and I know that the Senate wanted somebody who would do exactly that. I mean, we've got a broad international reach. We've got an extensive national reach. We're very well known across Canada and one of the high-profile research-intensive universities. So we wanted somebody who befits, you know, where the university is now. So that's something. And then Scott and you were just touching on the points, but it's really important to have somebody who's very strong on the governance side at the Board of Governors. And there are only 11 members. That's a small Board of Governors for a university. And you have to have, you know, real sort of governance strength. in this role too. But the other thing is just a real ability to connect with all the people who love the university. We got thousands of alumni in this province, so many others who feel so positively about the university. And Scott just sort of exudes that, you know, and is all things Huskies, having been chair of the Huskies Board of Trustees. All of those things came together in the form of Scott Banda.
All right, Scott Banda, the newly appointed Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan. President Peter Stoicheff, thank you, gentlemen, so much for your time.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Select clothing for Jeremy Dodge provided by Anthony's Fashion.